Auckland City Council has a promotional arm called ATEED, A-T-E-E-D. Probably an acronym for something, I don't know. And they have just released some facts and figures around a potential new slogan for Auckland. One of the big sticking points for Aucklanders and ratepayers, and one of the things that the rest of New Zealand is mocking Auckland about, is the work surrounding this slogan and some other promotional ideas to make Auckland attractive to an international market. It cost $500,000. So I think perhaps we should have a good look at what the proposed slogan is. It is, quote, "the place desired by many." Dominic George.
That is the most uninspiring slogan for a city, I think, ever, isn't it?
Well, it's City of Sales is the slogan at the moment.
Exactly. What do we have City Sales for? Why can't you just keep that? That's good. People know it.
Well, we've got to be fair. We've got to be fair. They are saying this is a part of an overall package, and they're not saying this is definitely the slogan.
Well, it's not going to be now.
Well, they might be pulling back a little bit. Yeah.
It's been absolutely widely panned. City of Sales, like these things grow organically. They grow generically. City of Sales has just happened. It's like, you remember Chicago, the Windy City? That actually came about through politicians. They always. It was actually not a term of endearment at all back when it originated, but they embraced it. It was politicians talking a whole lot of rubbish, and it became known as the Windy City, right?
Right, I didn't know that. So the politicians are full of hot air, they're full of wind.
Exactly, but they embraced it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, just don't force these things. I can't stand these marketing places that come in and spend $500,000 on coming up with something so dreary. The place desired by many. We know it's a place, it's Auckland, right? Many? Okay, so we go, oh, it's a place desired by many. Why not a place desired by everyone? It was like many selling yourself so short.
Yeah, many comes across, like I can imagine, like I've got a party on Friday night and I'm saying it's going to be a great party, New South Monday.
How many people came?
Oh, many.
Many
People came, many people,
So it's another classic Pat Britton shindig, guys, don't worry about that. They go
yeah,
off,
you're right, it doesn't.
It inspires nothing. So is there any sort of, have they given any sort of explanation behind this one, or what's the...
Well, they've taken a few steps backwards, ATEED that is, by saying it is an overall package, and they got accused of having 115 people working on it. To which they said no, the whole package. To which they said no, there's 3 people working on it. But during the workshops, council workers came to the workshops and 115 people. So that's not too bad. You're at work and you have a workshop and 10 people turn up to it, sort of thing, because they can and there's free food or whatever.
It's
but
the free food.
One of the things that's happened quite nicely, I think, is it's given like a whole new Twitter feed to the ability for people to kind of tease and mock Auckland for what they're doing. And one of the best ones I've seen is actually from a local MP in Auckland, MP for Epsom and ACT leader David Seymour. Some of his own slogans came out, and he said this: how about, quote, "the place where my kids will afford a home before I die"? The place where I'm not stuck in traffic all the time. The place where my consents will get processed within the 20-day security requirement. It's a political one, isn't it? And finally, the place where my rates bear some resemblance to the services rendered.
That's great. It's a great quote from Seymour there. He's done quite well, actually. Yeah, quite disparaging of it. Was there some suggestion that it was had to do with the slogan? It had some hidden meaning or something like that?
Well, apparently it's derived from. I don't know whether that means inspired by or actually it is the words of Tamaki Makaurau, the Māori word for Auckland.
Okay.
So, there's reason and meaning behind it.
Yeah, but the problem with these sorts of things, though, when you have your reasons and your meanings, is that no one knows them on face value. A slogan's a face value thing. It's got to come at you. It's got to come at you hard. It's like, when you leave or come into Dunedin City and there's the boundary markers. They're really cool. They look great. The big stone, welcome to Dunedin or Dunedin boundary, whatever they are. I remember when they were first unveiled and we went out there and they gave us like sheaths of paper about the meanings behind them. Is like, okay, so it's curved at the top, so that signifies like the rolling hills of Dunedin, and it was made out of blah, 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 and blah. Just complete rubbish. It's a bloody marker stone.
So for the rest of the people in New Zealand, you can now get yourself on Google, have a good look around and see what other people are suggesting should be the new slogan for Auckland, and maybe they can be submitted to ATEED at a later date. I'd like to share some of them with you, but typically most of them are R18, but a good read.